SwayamPrabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Dear students, you are welcome in this class. I am Dr. Dinesh Kumar, Principal Scientist from Division of Agronomy, Indian Agricultural Research Institute, Pusa, New Delhi. The topic of this lecture is origin, history, area, production, classification and improved varieties of rapeseed and mustard. So overall, dear student, you are going to learn about the origin, history, area and production of rapeseed and mustard crops in India as well as in world. We will also see status of these crops in different Indian states and to detail the classification and botanical description of different kind of rapeseed and mustard and improved varieties in India. Because this group, rapeseed and mustard, involve number of crops. So we will see what are the morphological features of all these crops, how they differ from each other. Glossary: biodiesel, an alternative clean burning renewable fuel produced using most animal fats and vegetable oils used as a replacement for fossil diesel fuel. Several governments are putting emphasis on biodiesel these days. Then glucosinolates. These are sulfur and nitrogen containing glycosides responsible for the pungent properties of plants in Brassicaceae family, like cauliflower, rapeseed, mustard, etc. The major glucosinolates of mustard seeds are sinigrin and sinalbin. So these are very, very important glucosinolates. Brassicaceae. Brassicaceae is the new name of old family, that is cruciferae. Is a family of herbs characterized by cruciate tetramerous flowers and by fruit which is called as a siliqua. Erucic acid, a monounsaturated, the formula is C22H42O2 fatty acid found in oil-rich seeds of mustard family. Found primarily in rapeseed and mustard oil. It can constitute about 30 to 60% of the total fatty acids of natural rapeseed and mustard seed. So this is very important, this erucic acid. Now people world over are trying to reduce the level of erucic acid in rapeseed and mustard. In India also we have developed some varieties which contain very little or no erucic acid. Oil cake. The oil cake or press cake is received after extracting oils from the seed of oil seeds. Its most common use is in animal feed. Means you get the seed of the oil seed, that is rapeseed and mustard, take it to the expeller or ghanis, or there are many ways to take out the oil, and after extracting the oil, the residue is your oil cake. It is good for animal feeding. Oilseed crops. Oilseed crops are grown for the purpose of extraction of oil which is contained in their seeds. Oil content of different oilseed crops varies from 20% for soybean to 40% in sunflower. Siliqua. A silique or siliqua, plural is siliques or siliqui, is a type of fruit seed capsule having two fused carpels. Means the seed or the fruit of rapeseed and mustard is a siliqua. Taproot. Dear students, as you know, there are two kinds of roots. One are taproot and other are adventitious roots. Most of the dicot plants including rapeseed and mustard have taproots. These taproots develop from the radicle. However, adventitious roots develop from other lower parts of the plants. So taproot is a large, central and dominant root from which other roots sprout laterally. It is straight and very thick, is tapering in shape and grows directly downward, for example in dicot plants. So rapeseed and mustard have these tap roots. Vegetable oils. a group of fats that are derived from some seeds, nuts, cereal grains and fruits etc. composed of mixture of triacyl glycerols. More than 95% are triacyl glycerols, and diacyl glycerols are usually less than 5% and widely used in food and food preparation. It is also called as cooking oil, in which we normally cook our food. You can call it vegetable oils also. Now let us see the importance of rapeseed and mustard crops. These are really very important oilseed crops, and they contain oil ranging from 37 to 49%. The seed and oil are used as condiment in the preparation of pickles and for flavoring curries and vegetables. In India, it had been a tradition to use rye seed in certain pickles and even in some food items. The oil is utilized for human consumption throughout the northern India for cooking purposes. This is preferred oil in northern India. It is also used in the preparation of hair oils and certain medicines. Oil is used in manufacture of greases. Oil cake used as a feed and also as a manure. Under exceptions, it can also be used as a manure, particularly that kind of cake which is not fit for animal consumption. So this cake may contain about 5.5 up to 6% nitrogen, so which can supply nitrogen slowly to the crops, and particularly in organic oilseed production, these kind of oilseed cakes can be used to supply nitrogen and some other nutrients because it is very slowly soluble, so nitrogen availability is extended for a longer period. Oil cake contain synergin that causes palatability problem due to its bitter taste, and glucosinolate that limits use of oil cake as protein supplement. This glucosinolate are actually anti-nutritional factor which are not good for human or animal health. Leaves of young plants used as green vegetables as they supply sulfur and minerals in the diet. So as some of you might be knowing that sarson ka saag, that is the kind of vegetable made out of rapeseed mustard, is very important and popular in Punjab. In the tanning industry, mustard oil is used for softening the leather. Now let us know the origin and history of rapeseed and mustard group of crops. So historically, the cultivation of Brassica species has been quoted in numerous ancient scriptures and believed to be cultivated on or prior to 5000 BC. So therefore, these crops are really very old crops. Two species, Brassica juncea and Brassica campestris, having a range of morphotypes. Morphotypes means varying plant types differing in morphological features. They are morphotypes, are the crops of antiquity in India. They were used in India for many purposes, including oil for cooking and frying, spice for seasoning food, articles, vegetables, and for religious ceremonies as well. Since time immemorial, the Brassica crops have been part and parcel of human agricultural system. Seeds of Brassica juncea, which is commonly called as mustard or Indian mustard, have been found in the archaeological sites in India dating back to 2300 BC. Evidence of the use of mustard crops occurs in Sanskrit writings from as far back as 1500 BC and Chinese writings as far back as 1122 BC. So all these prove a point that these are very old crops. They are known as for many long time. The Brassicaceae contains about 3500 species and 350 genera and is one of the 10 most economically important plant families. Origin of Brassica juncea is of course conflicting. The Middle East seems to be place of origin of Brassica juncea. Since the putative parent species Brassica nigra and Brassica campestris would have crossed. This is important and this we will discuss later. From there it soon spread to Europe, Africa, Asia, India and the Far East. Brassica gentiana had arisen more than once with different progenitors and in different localities. China, Eastern India and Caucasus. So these are the most important regions where these rapeseed and mustard plant types have developed. Biochemical and molecular studies support this finding and further provide evidence for existence of two geographical areas or two geographical races, Chinese and Indian. Vavilov, place of origin of rapeseed is eastern Afghanistan and adjoining part of India and Pakistan. So that is the origin of rapeseed. Now dear student, let us see the area, production and yield of rapeseed mustard in important countries growing this group of crops, rapeseed and mustard together. Now you can see first column, it gives the name of the country, Australia, Canada, China, France, Germany, India and so on, and then data on world. Then you see second column, area in million hectare. 1 million means 10 to the power 6. So here you can see Canada has the highest area, which is 8.95 million hectare in the world, and India is second in having area, second most important country having area, that is 7.47 million hectare. And then China comes at third place of 6.8 million hectare area, and Australia has about 2.61 million hectare area. So you can see that Canada, India, Australia, China and your Poland, Russian Federation, etc. are the important countries which are growing rapeseed and mustard group of crops. Now see column number 3, which is about production in million tons. So you see China gives the maximum production, 14.7 million tons. However, Canada had highest area, but production is highest in China. That means the productivity of China is much higher than Canada. So number 2 is your Canada, of course, with 13.8 million tons, and then number 3 is India. So position of India in rapeseed and mustard production in the world is third, and Australia occupies fourth place. So you can see the sequence. So these 4 countries are really very important producing rapeseed and mustard. Now see the last column about the yield or productivity. It is tons per hectare. So you can see Germany has highest productivity. Of course, area is a meager 1 million hectare, but productivity, yield per unit area is highest in Germany, 3.5 tons per hectare, followed by you can see France. France has 3.37 tons per hectare, and third position is for Poland. So you can see in India it is really very less, 1.37 tons per hectare, which is even less than the world average of 1.94. World average of 1.94 you can consider as 2 tons per hectare. So therefore, Indian productivity is really very less, 1.71 tons per hectare or 1710 kilograms per hectare. Now see trends in area, production and yield of rapeseed mustard along with coverage under irrigation in India, and also you see some data. So I have taken these figures starting from 1950-51 and every 10 days 10 years gap you can see in 2020 and 2021. So initially in 1950-51 India had about 2.07 million hectare area, and it has slowly increased or almost continuously increased to 6.69 million hectare in 2021. And coming to the production in India, production is also increasing as the area has increased, and you can say there is almost roughly the production is also increasing with some minor changes here and there. So you can see currently India is producing about 10.11 million tons of rapeseed and mustard, which is quite satisfactory, but the productivity is a concern in India. Now coming to the yield, Yield initially in 1950-51 it was meager 368 kilogram per hectare, but it has increased slowly to 1510 kilograms per hectare in 2021. Now see the last column, the irrigated area. Irrigated area is 12% in 1960-61 it was, and then 25, and now currently the data is available only for 2018-19, and you can see now 83% area of rapeseed and mustard is irrigated in the country. Now coming to the states of India which are prominent, which produce more of rapeseed mustard or having large area are Rajasthan tops the list. Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana and West Bengal. So these are important states so far production of rapeseed and mustard is concerned. You see column area 1000 hectares. So in Rajasthan tops the list, you can see 3.97 million hectare. Roughly it is 4 million hectare area in Rajasthan, and number 2 is Uttar Pradesh 1.08 thousand hectares, and then Madhya Pradesh 1.01 thousand hectares, Haryana 0.77 hectares, West Bengal 0.66 hectare. I repeat, you can see Rajasthan has 3.97 thousand hectares of area. Then coming to the production, 1000 tons, it is 1000 tons, like area was also in 1000 hectares. Now see Rajasthan highest production, which is 5.83 thousand tons, and then you can see Uttar Pradesh 1.62 thousand tons and Madhya Pradesh 1.55 thousand tons, Haryana 1.3 and West Bengal 0.82. Coming to the yield or productivity, you can see Rajasthan has lower productivity 1.47 and highest productivity is in Haryana. You can see it is 1.7 tons per hectare or 1700 kilogram per hectare, and West Bengal has low productivity, that is 1.24 tons per hectare. Now coming to the classification is also important. Rapeseed mustard is name used for oilseed brassicas belonging to genera Brassica, Eruca and Synapsis of tribe Brassicae. Means in this case you have 3 genera which are used as oilseed brassicas. I repeat, they are Brassica, Eruca and Synapsis, and they belong to the family Brassicaceae. The previous name was Cruciferae. Of these 3 genera, Brassica is the most important among all these 3, and this genus has 5 species: Brassica gensea, Brassica carinata, Brassica napus, Brassica rapa and Brassica nigra, which are cultivated for oil seeds in different parts of the world. Many times students gets confused in different kind of plants of rapeseed and mustard group. I will explain it in the second lecture. Now 8 kinds of rapeseed mustard crops are grown in India. You can see there are 8 in number. Out of these, 5 belong to rapeseed group and 3 belong to mustard group. Indian mustard accounts for more than 75% area and production of rapeseed mustard, followed by Brassica rapa. African Ethiopian mustard, that is Brassica carinata, and summer rape, which is Brassica napus, are new introduction, and their area is confined to Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir. African mustard is of long duration, while summer rape is of medium duration. Toria is a short duration crop, so it is mostly grown as a catch crop between 2 main crops. So many times farmers grow this Toria crop as a catch crop, and it matures in about 80 to 90 days. So particularly in winter months, if your fields are vacated around September, sowing can be done in September, and then harvesting can be done in late October or in November, and then wheat can be sown in those fields. Brown sarso is mostly grown in Kashmir and some hilly region of northeast part of India. Rocket salad, that is Eruca sativa, known as taramira, is a hardy crop, and comparatively more tolerant to saline or alkaline stresses. So its area is confined to arid and semi-arid parts of Haryana and Punjab. And one more interesting fact is that Iruka sativa is also kind of drought tolerant. It needs less irrigation or less water for its cultivation. Canola, many times students might have known this term canola, but they do not know meaning of canola. So canola is actually a registered trademark of the Canadian Canola Association and refers to cultivars of oilseed rape that produce seed oils with less than 2% erucic acid. That is important. So health conscious people like to have minimum or lowest quantity of erucic acid in rapeseed mustard oil. So here the concentration is less than 2% in oil, and seed meals or cake with less than 30 micromoles of aliphatic glucosinolates per gram. So therefore, people consider it as a beneficial kind of oil. The development and subsequent release of first canola quality cultivars by plant breeding programs in Canada during 70s created a new high value oil and protein crop that has gained acceptance worldwide. Now important species under the group rapeseed and mustard, you can see some differences and some characteristics of different species. And you can see first we are going to touch rapeseed. And you can see in rapeseed, first column is about taxonomic group, the botanical name, then common name, Hindi name and chromosome numbers, that is 2n, pollination and compatibility. So see in the first row, Brassica rapa, L is for Linnaeus, its subspecies is Oleifera, variety yellow sarson. Most of the time we call it simply Pili sarso or yellow sarso. And the chromosome number 2n is 20 and it is self-pollinated and self-compatible, means it can pollinate itself and produce the viable seed. It does not require cross-pollination. Then Brassica rapa L, SSP, subspecies, Oleifera, variety brown sarso. Common name is also brown sarso or bhuri sarso, and chromosome number 2n is 20 and it is cross-pollinated and self-incompatible. Self-incompatible means its plant or its flower cannot produce viable seeds. It needs some unrelated kind of plants. Then Brassica rapa L, subspecies Oleifera, variety Thoria. Its name is Indian rape, common name Thoria, 2n is equal to 20 and it is cross-pollinated and it is self-incompatible. Brassica napus, the next species, summer or sword rape. The English name is summer or sword rape. Gobi sarso is the Hindi name and 2n is equal to 38, self-pollinated and self-compatible. And Iruka sativa mill, it is rocket salad called as Tara Mira in Hindi or Tara, and 2n is equal to 22 and it is cross-pollinated and self-incompatible. So you have seen the species of rapeseed. Now you see the three important subspecies in mustard. So you can see first one is Brassica jansea, L, Zern and Coson. Its name is Indian mustard, brown mustard, oriental mustard, and in Hindi commonly people or farmer call it Raya, Rai or Laha. And chromosome numbers 2n is equal to 36 and it is self-pollinated and self-compatible. Now Brassica carinata A, brown, it is African mustard. In Hindi it is called as Karan Rai and it is self-pollinated and self-compatible. Then Brassica nigra L, Koch, black mustard. Now nigra word is commonly used for black color. And then its name is Banarsi Rai or Asal Rai, and 2n is equal to 16 and it is cross-pollinated and self-incompatible. Now among the brassicas, Brassica napus, Brassica rapa, Brassica jansea, carinata, nigra, oleracea, jansea, Brassica napus, Brassica oleracea and Brassica rapa are most widely cultivated and are highly polymorphic and include oilseed crops, root crops, and vegetable crops such as Chinese cabbage, broccoli, and Brussels sprout. The relationship among the cultivated species as presented in figure 1 were first suggested by Morinaga 1934 and verified by U. Nagaharu in 1935. So, you can see the relationship between all these. So, you can see Brassica napus 2n was 38. 2n is your chromosome number. 2n in somatic cells, 2n is equal to 38, and chromosomes are AACC, AACC. In Brassica gentiana, 2n is equal to 36 and they were AABB or AABB. Then in Brassica carinata, 2n is equal to 34, BBCC are amphi-diploid species resulting from combining chromosome sets of the low chromosome number species Brassica nigra, that is 2n is equal to 16. So, BB is coming from Brassica nigra, and Brassica oleracea 2n is equal to 18 CC, and B Brassica rapa 2n is equal to 20 AA. So, for more clarification, you can see this picture, it will clarify everything about it. So, it is called as Hughes triangle, showing genetic relationship among 6 Brassica species by U. Nagaharu. So, U triangle is because the name was given, it was searched by U. Nagaharu 1935. So, you can start with Brassica rapa, it has chromosome AA, 2n is equal to 2x is equal to 20. Just see this Brassica rapa. Now, you see Brassica nigra, it has BB chromosome, 2n is equal to 2x, which are 16 in number. Now, they may have crossed in nature, and this Brassica gentiana was developed. Now, it has AABB, means some chromosome from Brassica rapa and some from Brassica nigra, that is AABB. Now, go to another side, Brassica rapa, just you see on the top, on the extreme right, you see Brassica oleracea. It has CC. Instead of BB, it has CC, Brassica oleracea chromosome. 2n is equal to 2x is equal to 18. This Brassica oleracea and Brassica rapa have crossed to develop Brassica napus. So, Brassica napus has AACC chromosomes, 2n is equal to 4x is equal to 38. See the axis, the lower axis now, Brassica oleracea having chromosome CC, 2n is equal to 2x is equal to 18, and on the left you see Brassica nigra. These two may have crossed to develop Brassica carinata, which is having BBCC, and 2n is equal to 4x and 34. So, hope you could understand this triangle well. Now, you can see the pictures of different species like Brassica rapa, oleifera variety yellow sarso. So, you must have seen around in your village or somewhere that these pods you can see they are looking like swollen. So, this is your peely sarso or yellow sarso. Now, see the next picture about Brassica rapa L, subspecies is oleifera and variety brown sarso. Now, you see the next one is Brassica rapa oleifera variety thoria, which is quite well used as a catch crop. Now, Brassica napus gobi sarso, it looks like gobi, you can see the first picture on the left side, or summer or sword rape. Now, Iruca sativa, you can see flowers are white in color and it is taramira. Now, Brassica gentiana, this is the most common which we usually grow in India, Indian mustard or sarso you can say, Brassica gentiana, rai, laha, different names are there. Now, Brassica carinata, you can see this brown African mustard or Ethiopian mustard. Brassica nigra, black mustard. Now, let us know some detail about varietal development of these crops. The Indian Council of Agricultural Research launched a project for improvement of oilseeds in 1967 named All India Coordinated Research Project on Oilseeds with a project coordinator and 32 research centers covering 5 crops: groundnut, rapeseed, mustard, sesame, linseed and castor. In 1977, the project was elevated from project coordinator oilseeds to project director with 7 project coordinators to monitor, coordinate and plan the research on 7 oilseeds: groundnut in Junagadh, rapeseed mustard in Hisar, sesame and Niger in Jabalpur, sunflower in Bangalore, safflower in Solapur, linseed in Kanpur and castor in Hyderabad. In order to provide a strong leadership to the rapeseed mustard research, the ICR established National Research Center on Rapeseed Mustard in 1993 at Bharatpur, Rajasthan, bringing under its umbrella the All India Coordinated Research Project on Rapeseed and Mustard with 19 research centers across the country. And this project director has been upgraded to the level of institute currently. In 2009, the National Research Center on Rapeseed and Mustard was redesignated as ICR Directorate of Rapeseed Mustard Research. The major objective of the varietal improvement programs are there. Number of objectives are there for developing the varieties. First one is improving oil and seed yields, developing hybrids. So definitely we need to improve the yield. We want to get more yield per unit of inputs applied, so that farming of rapeseed mustard could be profitable. And secondly, breeders try to develop varieties which contain more oil, so that more profit can be earned from the cultivation of rapeseed and mustard. Other is stabilizing yield through insulation of cultivars against major biotic and abiotic stresses. Number of biotic and abiotic stresses are faced by rapeseed and mustard crops. Lot of insect pests and diseases come. White rust is there, your aphid is there. So many problems are there. So breeders are trying to develop the varieties of plant types which can tolerate all these stresses. Improving oil quality is also important. As I told you, that erucic acid content should be minimum, should be least. So breeders have tried, and 0 kind of variety are also available now in India where there is no any erucic acid. So this is also important objective, and also to improve the seed meal quality, means your seed meal means your cake, oil cake. So there has to be minimum glucosinolate content in seed meals. So breeders are trying to bring it down, and some success is there. Developing varieties for non-traditional areas like southern states and rice fallows in eastern and southeastern states. Rice fallow is another important area where certain mustard variety can be fitted, and this crop can be successfully grown by adopting the proper package of practices. Now, state-wise recommended varieties of rapeseed and mustard, and you can see these are the important varieties which have been developed over years. For example, in the first column you see the state, and in the second column you see the varieties or hybrid. In mustard there are good hybrids available in the country. So now you see Assam NRCYS 0502, YSH 0401. This is recommended for Assam. For Bihar, NRCYS 0502, YSH 0401 and 44S01. Now for Delhi conditions, there are lot many varieties like Pusa mustard 22, Pusa Vijay, Pusa mustard 24, Dhara mustard hybrid 1 which is known as DMH1, RB50, RGN 145, Pusa Tarak, Pusa mustard 25, DMR 601, Pusa mustard 26, RGN 229, RGN 236, PBR 257. So at least some of these can be remembered by the students, that what are the important varieties and hybrid for a particular state. Now for Gujarat, for example, Jwala Tara, Jobner Tara, RTM 1351. For Haryana, for example, there are many varieties and hybrids like Pusa mustard 22, important variety, CS 56, Pusa mustard 24, GSC 6, Dhara mustard hybrid 1, DMH1, RB50, RGN 145, Pusa mustard 25, DMR 601, Pusa mustard 26, RGN 226, RGN 236, PBR 357, RLC2, Pusa mustard 28, Coral 437, and so on. So, dear student, you are seeing that some of the varieties are common in different states. So, one variety may be suitable for different states also. However, there are certain varieties which are restricted only to a particular state. Now, you see for Himachal Pradesh, NUDB 2611, Him Sarso 1. For Madhya Pradesh, we have NRC HB 101, NRC CHB 506, it is a hybrid, Pusa mustard 27, LET 43, PM 30, RVM 2, Jwala Tara, Raj Vijay Toria 1, and then Marathwada and Vidarbha region of Maharashtra, this is Jobner Tara. For Odisha, it is NRC YS 0502, YSH 0401, 44S01. For Punjab, mustard, Pusa mustard 22, CS 56, Pusa mustard 24, Dhara mustard hybrid 1, RB 50, RGN 145, Pusa mustard 25, Pusa mustard 26, RGN 229, RGN 236, PBR 357, RLC2, Pusa mustard 28, PBR 378, Raj Vijay mustard 2, Divya 33, Gujarat Dantiwad mustard 5, Jwala, etc., etc. There are large number of varieties are there, and they are to be selected based upon whether they are tolerant to certain stresses or as per choice of the farmer, what is the preference of the farmer. Do they want more oil? Do they want more yield? Do they want varieties which are tolerant to insect pests or diseases? Is the seed available or say certified seed available? There are many factors which help the farmers decide a particular variety for him. Now, similarly for Rajasthan state, Pusa mustard 22, CS 56, Pusa mustard 24, Dhara mustard hybrid NRC HB 101, NRC HB 506, it is a hybrid, RB 50, RGN 145, Pusa mustard 25, Coral PAC 432, a hybrid, DMR 601, Pusa mustard 26, Pusa mustard 27, RGN 229, RGN 236, and so many varieties are there. And I hope that students also understand the difference in hybrid and a variety. Varieties yield more, yield less, hybrid give you more yield. However, the requirement of nutrients and other inputs is higher in case of hybrid compared to varieties. Now see varieties for Uttarakhand, NRC HB 101, NRC HB 506, it is a hybrid, Coral PAC 432, again hybrid, Uttara, Pusa mustard 27, LET 43, PM 30, Pant Rai 21, Jobner Tara, Pant Hill Toria 1, Pant Toria 508, and Pant Sweta. For Uttar Pradesh, you can see NRC HB 101, it is a good variety hybrid or variety, NRC HB 506, a hybrid, NRC YS 0502, YSH 0401, Pusa mustard 25, Coral PAC 432, a hybrid, Pusa mustard 26, Pusa mustard 27, LET 43, PM 30 is Pusa mustard 30, JK Samriddhi Gold, JK Pukhraj, Bayer mustard 5450, CS 58, and Jobner Tara. So, these were the varieties and hybrids suitable for cultivation in Uttar Pradesh. Now, see varieties or hybrids for West Bengal, NRC YS 05-02, YSH 0401, 44S01. These were for West Bengal. Let us check varieties and hybrids for northeastern hill states. Pusa mustard 22, GSC 6, NUDB 2611, Him Sarso 1. As the name suggests that it can tolerate little colder climate. DMH 1, a hybrid. RB 50, RGN 145, Pusa Mustard 25, DMR 601, Pusa Mustard 26, RGN 229, RGN 236, PBR 357, RLC 2, Pusa Mustard 28, Coral 437, PR 2061, PBR 378, 44601, LET 36, LET 43, RH 0406, Raj Vijay Mustard 2, Divya 33, RH 0749, PM 29, GSC 101, Giriraj and RSPN 25. So all these varieties and hybrids are can be suitably grown in northeastern hill states. Now, dear students, these were general recommended varieties for different states in India. Now, let us check characteristics of different varieties of brown sarso, different varieties of tara mira, yellow sarso, Indian mustard, all these crops. Now, we will check the important varieties, particularly those which have been recently developed. So, we start with Indian mustard. See, there are different columns. First column you see the variety, second column is for year of release, and third column is yield in kilogram per hectare, then oil, then recommended states, and finally the feature, the major characteristics of that variety. Now, first one is Pusa Mustard 25. This variety was released in year 2010 by Central Variety Release Committee, and its yield is 1324 kilograms to 1654 kilogram per hectare. The oil percentage in the seed is 46 to 41%, and it is recommended for DL here means Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, Jammu Kashmir, Rajasthan and Western UP. So these are the areas for which this variety is recommended. And this variety is suitable for early sowing conditions and also irrigated conditions. Means these varieties cannot be grown or should not be grown in rain-fed areas. You need regular supply of water, or that is under irrigated condition only you should try to grow these varieties. Now see, next variety is Coral PSE 432. It is a hybrid. Year of release was 2010 and yield is 1831 kilogram to 2581 kilogram per hectare, and the oil percentage is 40 to 42%. So you can see here that first one is a variety which is Pusa Mustard 25 and second one is a hybrid. So you can see, check the oil content. Oil content is roughly the same. Here it is 36 to 41, or you can say 38 to 40 percentage oil. Here also 40 to 42. So not much variation in oil content. Recommended states are Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Rajasthan for Coral PSE 432, and it is a hybrid. That is the feature of this hybrid. Now next variety is Pusa Mustard 26. It is also known as NPJ 113. This particular variety was released in year 2011. The yield potential is 1481 to 1895. Really good yield potential. Means you can say 1.48 tons to 1.89 tons per hectare. And oil content is also good, 30 to 41%. And this variety Pusa Mustard 26 or NPJ 113 is recommended for states like Jammu Kashmir, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Delhi and Uttar Pradesh. Now let us check the important characteristics or feature of Pusa Mustard 26. So it is suitable for late sown irrigated conditions. Next is next variety of Indian mustard is Pusa Mustard 27, also called as EJ 17, 2011 means in 2011 this variety was released. The yield potential is 1437 to 1659 kilograms per hectare. The oil percentage is really very high, very good oil percentage. You can see it has 40 to 45% oil, and yield is also good. It can be as high as 1659 kilograms per hectare, and recommended for Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Rajasthan states of India. Characteristics: this variety is suitable for early sowing and also irrigated condition. Here the condition is that you can grow this variety under irrigated conditions. Now see, next variety is Pusa mustard 28, which is also known as NPJ 124. The year of release was 2012 and the yield potential is 1912 to 2098, very high yield potential. You can say 1.91 to 2.1 tons per hectare, a good yield potential, and also oil content is also good. You can see it is 42.8%, or you can call it 43%, and this variety Pusa mustard 28 is recommended for states of Delhi, Haryana, Jammu Kashmir, Punjab, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. And feature is that it is early sowing, means those farmers who are interested to grow mustard early, they can plant this variety Pusa mustard 28. Divya 33, this variety was released in year 2013 and yield potential, see, very large, very high yield potential, 1699, or you can say 1700 kilograms to 3560, or 1.7 tons to 3.56 tons per hectare yield potential. Of course, the oil content is slightly lower, you can say 36 to 40%, and it is recommended for Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir and Rajasthan. It is tolerant to high temperature. High temperature tolerant means it is a desirable trait, because when mustard mature or the podding is there, grain filling is there, if at that time you get slightly higher temperature, higher atmospheric temperature, then it can reduce the seed setting or seed development, and your yield potential or yield will be decreased. So we need a variety that can tolerate these kind of heat waves in northern India. So therefore this variety could be fitted under those conditions because it is tolerant to high temperature. Suitable timely sown irrigated condition means you need to sow it in time, then only you should use this variety, and also for irrigated conditions. Next variety of Indian mustard is RGN 229. It was released in year 2013. The yield potential again very high, it is 2162 to 2568 kilograms per hectare. The oil content is 37.8 to 42, or you can say 38 to 42% is the oil content, and this variety is recommended for Delhi, Haryana. This HYN is for Haryana, PNB for Punjab, Jammu Kashmir and Rajasthan. It is tolerant to high temperature, very desirable trait, and salinity also. So it can very well fit in areas where we have saline soils, like in Haryana or Punjab or in Delhi, and particularly during seedling stage. Next is Pusa 00 mustard 31. This is very good breakthrough in the development of mustard variety. This 00 here means it does not have erucic acid. So this is very interesting variety, Pusa 00 mustard 31. Students can remember this name. It was recently released in year 2018, and yield potential is also high, 2234 kilogram per hectare, and with the oil content of 40.7%. Recommended for Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Jammu and northern Rajasthan areas. It is recommended, and of course, as the name suggests, low in erucic acid and low glucosinolate. So you can see the oil is having good quality, and the seed meal or oil cake is also having good quality, because these are having less erucic acid and less glucosinolate respectively. Now, some more varieties of Indian mustard. You can see this is RH725. Year of release is 2018 and yield potential is 2500 to 26 kilograms per hectare. Oil content is 40%, easy to remember, and it is recommended for the states of Jammu, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi and northern Rajasthan. It is for timely sown rain-fed conditions. So, this is interesting because in these states like Jammu or Haryana or northern Rajasthan, you get rain-fed conditions. So, this variety is recommended for those conditions. Next is RH761. The year of release was 2019, recently released, and the yield potential is 2500 to 2600 kilograms. Oil content is 40%, and you can see the states recommended are Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Jammu and northern Rajasthan. It is suitable for timely sowing or timely sown conditions, particularly under rain-fed sowing. Now, after Indian mustard, that is Brassica gentiana, let us check the varieties or hybrids for other group of crops. We start with yellow sarson or peely sarson. Variety and then year of release, yield, oil percentage, recommended states or zones and the major features of variety. First one is Pant Sweta. It was released in year 2017. Its yield is 1600 to 2000 kilograms per hectare, or you can say 1.60 to 2.0 tons per hectare. Oil content is really very good, 45%, and this yellow mustard variety is recommended for Uttarakhand state and suitable for sowing in October under irrigated conditions. Then next is Pant Girija 2020. It is recently released variety of yellow sarso. The yield potential is 1400 kilogram to 1700 kilogram per hectare. Oil percentage is 45%, recommended for the state of Uttarakhand, and it is of medium maturity. Now, let us check varieties for Toria. Toria variety is Uttara. Number one variety is Uttara. It was released in year 2010. Yield potential is 1000 and oil content is 42%. You can say 42%, and it is recommended for Uttarakhand plains, and it is moderately resistant to white rust, downy and powdery mildew. These are very important diseases of rapeseed and mustard group of crop, but interestingly this Uttara variety is resistant or tolerant to white rust, downy mildew and powdery mildew. Many of you might be knowing about the white mildew. It is the fungal growth of Albuga candida, is the fungus which grows on the leaves of the plant, and it can also go to the floral parts of the plants, and swelling kind of structures are observed, and many a times the yield is affected, particularly formation of pods may be affected, flowers may not be functional. So, variety of damages happens due to white rust of the mustard. So, here this Uttara can tolerate up to some extent the incidence of these three diseases: white rust, downy mildew and powdery mildew. The next variety of Toria is Sushri. It was released in 2015. The yield potential is 1381 kilograms per hectare and oil percentage is 42%, and it is recommended for the state of Odisha and suitable for late sown condition. So overall you can see these are two Toria varieties, Uttara and Sushri, both are recommended. First one is recommended for Uttarakhand plain and second one is recommended for Odisha, and the Sushri is suitable for late sown conditions. Next variety of Toria is Pant Hill Toria 1. Pant Hill Toria 1. So, as the name suggests that it is for the hilly region, therefore, the developer of this variety have put the name Hill, and Pant has come from Govind Vallabh Pant University of Technology and Pantnagar. Normally, the varieties released from GB Pant University are given a prefix as Pant. So, Pant Hill Toria 1 released in year 2017, a recent variety of Toria. The yield potential is little low, that is 900 kilograms per hectare. Oil percentage is 42 and it is recommended for the state of Uttarakhand and suitable for sowing under rain-fed conditions. Rain-fed conditions means you can plant them based upon the rainfall only. Then Pantoria 508 is yet another important variety of Toria, and Toria name itself is there in this. So this variety was released in year 2017. The yield potential is 1600 to 1900 kilograms per hectare, or you can say 1.60 to 1.90 tons per hectare. The oil content is 42%, and like Pant Hill 1, this Pantoria 508 is also recommended for Uttarakhand, and it is suitable for sowing in September under irrigated condition. It is suitable for sowing in September. So this is really good idea. Many times farmers do not want to go for sowing of say potato. So this instead of potato, one can take two crops. One crop of Toria can be taken up from September to November, and then wheat can be sown. So it is an alternative to the potato. And this Pantoria 508 is recommended for irrigated condition. Now Raj Vijay Toria 1 is another variety, and it is released in 2017. The yield potential is 1276 to 1874, and it contains 41% oil, recommended for the state of Madhya Pradesh, and tolerant to drought, suitable for irrigated and rain-fed conditions. So this is interesting that this is tolerant to drought, this Raj Vijay Toria 1. And next is Tapeswari 2018, and it has yield potential of 1350 to 1400 kilograms per hectare with oil percentage of 42, recommended for Uttar Pradesh, and it is recommended for extra early sowing, tolerant to drought. So this variety Tapeswari has some qualities, particularly it can be used for extra early sowing, and also this Tapeswari has got the tolerant to drought. Tripura Toria 1 released in 2018, yield potential is really low, 800 to 900 kilogram per hectare, and then it is recommended for the state of Tripura, as the name also suggests, Tripura Toria 1, and suitable for rain-fed upland and lowland conditions after the Kharif. RSPTC 2 is another variety of Toria. It was recently released in year 2019, and yield potential is 1130. Oil percent is 43%, really good content of oil, and RSPTC 6 is recommended for the region Jammu region, and it is moderately resistant to white rust. Azad Chatana is another variety. Year of release is 2020 and 2020, and yield potential is 1440 kilogram per hectare. Oil percentage is 42, and it is recommended for Uttar Pradesh, and it is early maturity variety. Now for brown sarso, let us check the variety, which is HPBS1. It was released in 2018, and yield potential is 1000 to 1200. It is recommended for the state of Himachal Pradesh, because this brown sarso is basically or mostly used in this Himachal Pradesh, and characteristics are it is suitable for rain-fed farming. Suitable for rain-fed farming in late September to October in low and mid hills of Himachal Pradesh. The next important variety of brown sarso is Shalimar Sarso 2, that is also known as KBS 49. KBS 49 you can see, and it was released in year 2019, and it is recommended for Jammu and Kashmir region. Another variety of brown sarso is Shalimar Sarso 3, which is known as KBS 3, and it was released in 2019. The yield potential is 900 to 1200 kilogram per hectare, and oil percentage is 40 to 45%. And this Shalimar Sarso 3 or KBS 3 is recommended for Himachal Pradesh, and it is interesting that this variety is resistant to white rust, which is a major disease of rapeseed and mustard crops, and interestingly also tolerant to the cold. Next variety is for Taramira. Vallabha Taramira, released in 2011, and the yield potential is 616 to 1133 kilogram per hectare. Oil percentage is good, 38 to 40%, and this variety of Taramira is recommended for cultivation in Uttar Pradesh, and this is moderately resistant to alternate blight and aphid. So, as you know, aphid also cause lot of damage in rapeseed and mustard crops. Another important variety of Taramira is Jobner Tara. It was released in 2017. The yield potential is really good. You can see it is 1,300 kilograms to 1,500 kilogram, which can be 1.3 to 1.5 tons per hectare. Oil percentage is 40%, and you can see it is recommended for Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab, UP, Gujarat, Delhi. UK is for Uttarakhand and Maharashtra, and suitable for rain-fed condition. Next variety of Taramira is Jwala Tara, which is also known as RTM 1355. It was released in 2017. The yield potential is 1,300 to 1,400. The oil percentage is 39%, and recommended states are Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab, UP, MP, Gujarat and Delhi. It is suitable for rain-fed condition of Rajasthan, Haryana, Punjab, UP, MP, etc. Now let us check varieties of Gobi Sarso. The variety is RSPN 25. First variety is RSPN 25. It was released in year 2015, and yield is 1,595 kilograms per hectare or 1.59 tons per hectare. Oil percentage is 39%, and it is recommended for the region Jammu and resistant to lodging. This is interesting. Sometimes certain mustard, brassica mustard or certain even Gobi mustard varieties, they become taller and lodging can happen. Many times branches can break down or root uprooting can also be there. So, this lodging can cause damage to the flowers, damage to the pods, and even the grain development or seed development or seed filling can be affected. Therefore, this lodging can reduce the yield in varieties or crops which are relatively taller. So, you can see this RSPN 25, which was released in 2015, can tolerate or is resistant to the lodging. So, areas where you get such problems in Gobi Sarso, one can choose this variety RSPN 25, particularly in Jammu. GSC 7, it was released in 2015, and you can see the yield potential is 1,911 to 2,190, and the oil percent is 42, and recommended for the state of Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir and Rajasthan areas. And it is also canola quality variety. Canola quality variety means its demand should be more in the market, and it is safe to eat, and it has least quantity of erucic acid. So, it is having quality oil. Let us see the top 5 states producing rapeseed and mustard for the year 22-23. So, you can see state of Rajasthan, it is having the largest area, 3.97 million hectare compared to other state. Next state is Uttar Pradesh, which has about 1.08 million hectare area, which is about 1.08 into 10 to the power 6 hectare. Madhya Pradesh has 1.01 and Haryana 0.77, West Bengal 0.66 million hectare area. So, this is the area of 5 major states in India. And now see the production. Rajasthan produces the highest quantity of rapeseed and mustard seed, that is 5.83 million tons. Uttar Pradesh is next in order, producing 1.62 million tons, and then Madhya Pradesh 1.55 million tons, Haryana 1.3 and West Bengal 0.82 million tons. So you can see the production of different states. Now see the yield. Yield is highest among these states in Haryana, which is 1.7 tons per hectare or 1700 kilograms per hectare. Next state is Madhya Pradesh 1.54 tons per hectare, and then Uttar Pradesh 1.5, Rajasthan 1.47 tons per hectare, and West Bengal 1.24 tons per hectare. So dear students, hope you enjoyed this lecture very much. Thank you so much.